Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for my Sephora recommendations. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. The Sephora event will be starting soon, and I will leave all the details below to let you know who gets to shop when and what the discounts look like. I'll include enough for a full face of makeup, and I have sometimes more than one for each category, starting with foundation. So I think foundation is so important. I love things that are easy to use with really great results, and this first one is quite new to Sephora. It's the Merit Beauty Complexion Stick, and it's neither a foundation nor a concealer, but it will replace both. I have mine in the shade Suede. I'm wearing it now. I did film the Get Ready With Me for this. So again, such an easy product to use, beautiful results. And I did use it under my eyes as a concealer as well. And I do love this with the Merit brush. I just used it, so it's got a little bit of makeup on it. But this is so easy to use under the eye. I just sweep it, and then like this. I do have another foundation brush I'm going to talk about in a minute that I love. But for this particular product, these two work really well together. Another foundation is the La Mer. I have mine in Buff 23A. And this one is a little bit deep for me right now, but it's a beautiful formula. Actually, anything by La Mer, this is a great opportunity to pick it up at a discount. Then if you were interested in the Westman Atelier foundation product, it is available on Sephora now. I have mine in 5, and it's a bit lighter than the Merit. I am going to do a side-by-side of these products in an upcoming video if you want to see them both. So I'm trying to still figure out the difference between the two, but the textures are slightly different. The Merit has a bit more of a glow to it. And then we have one more foundation product I would recommend. We've got the Dior Air Flash. This is not new at all, but it is really nice. It looks really natural on the skin, and I tested these in warm weather. They're not totally, let's see, water resistant. They did break apart a little bit in extreme heat, but for the most part in regular weather, they perform really well. I have mine in 3W and 3WP, I think this is 3W, it says 303. 3W looks like a lighter shade because of the paint on the exterior. This is actually the lighter shade, 3WP, and this one is 3W is the deeper. So again, 3W, 3WP, or 303. Then for concealer, like I said, I use the Merit Beauty in Suede. Oh, did I not say it's in the shade Suede? Sorry about that. And then in addition to that, I used it under my eye, but then as a little brightener, I put in this Giorgio Armani. Now this ranked last on my concealer ranking, but that's because I was trying to find something for my darker areas in the front. If you're familiar with my videos, I typically put a lighter shaded concealer right there very strategically. I usually use La Prairie there, but this is very similar to that shade. So this is in 525, and I wanted to see if I could get away with not setting it. So let me just take a look. It actually looks really good. I haven't set it with powder or anything. Moving along to setting powder, we have the Gucci powder. This one is finally being carried at Sephora. I'm so happy because it was really difficult to find anywhere until recently. So I have mine in the shade 5. It's really glowy kind of powder. It looks like I haven't powdered, but I assure you I have powdered actually quite a bit because I filmed and then I took a little break and I repowdered. So it does have a nice glow to it. Great shade match for me as well. So if you're looking for this powder, it's one of my favorite pressed powders. I also do love the Charlotte Tilbury. That's a really good powder as well if you don't want anything glowy like this. And there's nothing shimmery in here. It just has a really beautiful radiance about it. On to bronzers. I have a couple. Now this is technically a contour stick. This is the Westman Atelier in Truffle. So I have mine in Truffle. I also do have the shade Biscuit, but I can tell you that's too light, but I will swatch it for you anyways, just so you can see the difference. If you are lighter and more cool, I think Biscuit would be great for you. Again, I will show you Truffle right next to Biscuit so you can get a comparison. I have a couple of powder bronzers I wanted to mention, and these are by Gucci. I did a side-by-side of these before, but just to recap, we have the shade 3, and we have the shade 4. So if you're not sure which one to get, you can see those side by side on me. Right now though, 3 seems to be the best shade match. There's a little bit more red here in 4. Maybe better for when I'm more tan, but I'll swatch them for you side by side. There's a bit of glow on these as well. So again, we've got shade 3 and shade 4 in the bronzer. I think the color coding on this one's interesting because the number didn't really correspond with the depth of the shade. It was kind of all over the place with the Gucci bronzers. Then for blush, I really love the Westman Atelier Chouchette. It does have a really natural look on the skin, so that's why I love it so much. Really easy to apply. I do apply it over powder as well, and I do use a brush, specifically this Hourglass brush, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but I love that one. And then one of my very favorite blushes is by Charlotte Tilbury right here. I'll go ahead and swatch that for you. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, a little bit of a color correcting type quality to it, which I really like. Even though, again, some of these are not newer items, they are still really wonderful. For the highlighter, there's a super loaded tinted highlight. Now, some people say that they do see more texture with this product, and some people don't. For me, I don't. I have it on now, but I have it layered. This is in the shade Peau de Pêche. It has a very softening effect on my cheekbone area, which I think is different than most of the highlighters that I have. Then we have the Merit Highlight Stick in Cava. This is a really beautiful, soft, more balmy kind of highlighter. So if you like that balmy texture, it has a very subtle level of luminescence about it though. So this is for people who don't want that bright of a highlighter. I know Westman Atelier keeps popping up here, but they really do have some beautiful products. So I've got the iPods, and I have, this is my favorite one in the trio that I have. It's Tabak. I love this for all over the eye. This is for people who like very subtle eye makeup. This is Neige. It's supposed to be white, but I mixed the two. And then it also comes with Chocolat, which is a beautiful chocolate color. But when you put this on, you don't actually see the brown shade. It just kind of intensified this shade. And I do have a video dedicated to this if you wanted to see these in action, but I really love it, especially this color right here. So if you wanted to try them, again, really subtle. You have to really like that aesthetic to appreciate these. And if you want a little bit more pigment, I love the Dior Quince. I have so many of them. I have on, actually I have one of them on right now. I have Jungle on, but I have Mitza. This is Tutu. I have New Look. Oh gosh, I just dropped one. I have New Look. So those 3 for now. I have a dedicated video to all of these side by side where I show you them in detail and I swatch them for you really well. And I feel like in this video, it's going to be 2 hours long if I do that here. So I'll link it below if you'd like to take a look at it. I also have New Dress, which is the most neutral one. I think this one suits a lot of people. This is denim, and I'm always tempted to use this. I think it's so pretty, but I think you could pull together a pretty neutral kind of look with this and maybe the navy. I think that might be pretty. I should have done that today, but I will play with this again in the future. I actually have Jungle on today, so you're going to see that one. Where is it? Oh, here it is. This is Jungle, and even though it has lots of colors to it, you can really just pick and choose what you want to use if you want to keep it more neutral. So I have Jungle on today. Again, just pick colors that you like and you can't go wrong with them. They are very consistent. For eyeliners, I've got the Charlotte Tilbury in Barbarella Brown. I also do use the Pat McGrath every once in a while. This one is in Black Coffee. Very nice. It glides on really easily. For eyebrows, I've got the Dior Show Brow Styler, the pencil in 002. And then also I've got the Dior Show Pump and Brow, which I use for brow gel, or you could go in with something like the Merit Beauty one, which is very nice as well in brown. For mascara, I have a clean mascara recommendation. It's by Ilia. Really separates and lengthens, does such a nice job. And again, it's a clean beauty mascara. For lip products, I try on all my recommendations for you in that video. This is Oddly Red by Gucci, a very warm, bright red. Beautiful, beautiful shade though. I also have the shade Grand Hotel by Gucci. It's like a pinkish violet shade, really unusual. Actually, both of these are quite unique shades. Very much a traditional lipstick. I have 2 lip glosses here by Tom Ford. Ravish is more like my actual lip color. It's a little bit warmer, a little bit deeper. I love wearing those alone or on top of lipsticks. Actually, it's my favorite way to wear them. favorite way to wear them. And then we have the Merit Beauty lip oil, which I've been loving. So I really love this shade in Marrakesh. And what this lip color is now is I tried all of those lip colors for you in the Get Ready With Me, but then I removed, I think I had the red shade on. I removed that and they leave a little bit of a stain. So the Gucci lipsticks leave some color behind. Even after you use the napkin, you can still see a color. So I went over that with Marrakesh. So I tried this on for you before that, and then also on top of the lip stain that's left behind. Beautiful product though, really hydrating. And that is one of the things I want to look into picking up more of. I know I forgot something. The Grande Brow has really done a nice job of filling in those sparse brows for me. It's a brow enhancing serum. Really nice. We also have some other items, and now Sephora's carrying Orbet, and I love the superfine hairspray. So my hair is coarse, there isn't much of it, but whenever I put product in it, it will get kind of sticky and weigh it down. So I have to use really light products, and this is the perfect hairspray. I've been using this for years. My favorite Orbet product, and the fragrance is really beautiful as well. So it's a bit of a splurge, but it makes such a difference in my hair, so I'm willing to pay for that. And then for me, it's always a struggle to get a little bit of volume on the top because my hair is so heavy. I use the IGK Beach Club spray at the roots here, and so I'll blow dry with that and get a little bit of just volume up there. Nothing sticky about this. It smells nice, and I'm very pleased with it. I think this is my second or third can of this. Oh, we can't forget the Shiseido brush. I know that many of you have picked this up because I use it, I think, almost in every video. So if I'm not using this Merit brush with the Merit product, I'm using this brush, and it makes every foundation look better. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because these are so tightly packed. Another thing I love is that you really get the most out of your foundation with this. It doesn't end up getting absorbed into the brush. It ends up on your face instead. So I'm using less product as well. No need to blend after I apply with this because it goes on so seamlessly. So I cannot say enough about this little brush. That makes a big difference. One thing that I forget is carried at Sephora are slip products. So I have the silk scrunchie here. It's such a nice one. It doesn't pull on my hair. I typically get really uncomfortable with a rubber band or anything in my hair. So this is really nice and soft. And there are also the pillowcases. Anything by Silk is such high quality. I have a slip pillowcase myself that I sleep on every night, and it just does really great things for my hair and my skin, and I don't end up with those creases in my face. So I love these products. Some of the highest quality silk products I've tried. I've talked about this before, but I really think it makes a difference when I get asked about my hair. The Dyson hairdryer, which I've had for a couple, no, a few, 4 years, a while. I've had this for a while now. So I think that it makes a difference in how shiny my hair looks. I really love the result every time I actually take the time to dry my hair. That's the key. It's on me to actually take the time, but when I do, really, really nice, silky, shiny looking hair. Oh yes, and the Hourglass brush that I use this all the time, especially with cream products. This side I use for things like contour or bronzer, and then I'll flip it over and use this for highlighter, cream products. And then this is really great for blush. It's just the right size to place it correctly. So I really like this brush. And I really like this brush by La Mer, the powder brush. Really great for things like finishing powders or bronzing powders. I also have a wish list myself of some items that I'd like to pick up. I don't have a whole lot on here, but just a few key items. So the Westman Atelier highlighter in Nectar is on my list. I would love to pick that up if it's in stock. And then the new blush by Westman Atelier. I can't remember the name of it. Something. I don't want to say it wrong. I'll put it in the description box below, but it's the new one. It's a little bit brighter. I do want to pick up another Dior palette, the one in soft cashmere. Okay, so it's in stock right now. We'll have to see if it's in stock when it's time to order. Anytime I want to order that one, it's out of stock. So hopefully it'll be in stock and I can get it at a discount. And then I'm looking at more of the Merit lip oil shades. I think they're so beautiful. I want to pick those up as well. And then I'll look at some slip products probably, but really just very curated. I do need to pick up more of the dry clean. I really need to pick this up because I go through this quite a bit. It does such a great job of cleaning my brushes, and then they're ready to go right after. There's no downtime in between. And then I'll let you know if there's anything else that occurs to me on my wish list. I will leave the details down below, and then I will do a haul once my order comes in. Oh yes, and also if you want to see these in action, I did film the Get Ready With Me, so look for that in the near future. But what did I miss? What are some things I need to put on my list? I will definitely be shopping this promotion. Well, that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.